What's going on, Assassins? With the recent discovery that UbiSoft is going to be changing a lot of their gear that has diamond-shaped runes on them, it got me and a friend in a debate. And the debate was, is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, is the Assassin's Creed series, is UbiSoft a pay-to-win game service? Is that where we're at right now? So I kind of said no, but he made some valid points, and I would love your opinion on it. I'm Darkstrider, the YouTube Assassin. Let's get into this. So, for starters, by no means am I justifying Ubisoft's actions. I think it's completely shady that they gave us a bunch of gear, or that we bought gear through Retta, or even some of you who have actually paid real money for some of this gear. And it all had, every single piece of armor had a diamond rune, which is useful. And then all of a sudden, they changed said runes to all circle except for the body pieces. The body pieces all have one diamond and two circle runes, and all the other gear has been altered or will be altered, including this one that I bought in a video just to see if, when I received it, that it would be all circles or it would have some of those diamond runes. Now, it did have diamond runes everywhere. There were no circles, but I started reading that they're going to alter that. And as I claimed in yesterday's video, they did it because it's not supposed to all have diamond runes. Only the chest piece is supposed to have diamond runes, so they're going to alter this stuff. So all of you who have paid that money, it's kind of shady practices that they would alter it. You bought it, you were enticed by it, you saw what it had, including the rune slots. You figured out what you wanted to do, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. It's totally different. That is shady. That is very shady business practices. Now, we've always had a store where we could go and make purchases of these high-value items without actually going into Ubisoft's store itself. In Origins, Retta had this, and he had a Heka chest. You would pay 3,000 drachma for the Heka chest. There was a chance that you could get one of these legendary items. Most of the time it was an epic, but you had a chance of getting a legendary. Also, you could do a daily that will give you a chance for a legendary. With Sargon, he also had a system where we could go in and we could purchase items that you could get off of the store, or you could trade the ore for the Olympic gifts, and that gave you a chance at getting all kinds of different items like that, all the kinds of items from the store. Now, for me, because you have these kind of opportunities, I don't think of it as pay to win. I think of it as, you have the option. You really don't need these items in order to actually beat the game. You could beat the game with like the most basic items that you get from the game itself. When I think of pay to win, I think of this model. I think of the mobile phone games where it's almost impossible to advance in the game unless you really have a lot of time on your hands and a lot of patience. Because let's face it, these things really, really drag out. Things like Clash of Clans, there's a Transformers mobile game, Earth Wars, there's a brand new G.I. Joe mobile game that's out. Anything, even Candy Crush, all the way back to that. You go into these games, they know that you're going to spend a lot of time on the phone, therefore they kind of drag the game out. They make it really long and winding. And this is Konami's new business model, honestly. They're going into mobile gaming because they believe that you can make a lot more money on mobile gaming than you can on console or PC gaming. How do we know that? Look at Fortnite. Fortnite went to mobile. Fortnite was making like millions per day. That is phenomenal. That is crazy. And the whole reason that they were making this kind of money was for stuff like this, these kind of loot boxes that you have an opportunity to get extra resources, weapons, items, anything that could be useful, anything that you could use to kind of accelerate your gameplay. Maybe you don't actually win, and there is no way to win. You might have like some kind of battle royale, or you're battling against somebody else, but overall, the game is drug out. And that's what these things do. So this is what I think of when I think of pay to win. I think of games that are on the mobile phone. And, I mean, this is a prime example. You could either have patience, like I have. I didn't buy anything here for this Fallout Shelter. But you can if you wanted to accelerate. Now, my friend had pointed out that this Ubisoft store, it actually has elements that you pay to win. Now, these items you don't need, but as you clearly see on this item, this whole Gothic set, it does have diamond-shaped runes. So I figured, well, maybe that's what it's supposed to have. And Ubisoft has come forward, they said, no, that's not what it's supposed to have. It's all supposed to be circular, except for the body piece. Now, to me, that's not fair, but you don't need it. I would just wait for Retta. But if you look at all this other stuff that they got going on, they kind of do the same thing. Even though it's a game, you kind of accelerate your gameplay. This premium starter pack is crap. It's unnecessary. They're shilling. It's $30 US for what? For a whole set, and you don't even need it. The season pass, that's a little bit different. Some people are going to want to save money on the season pass rather than pay for all items. And then things like this, these modules, the way of the Berserker, sometimes you get them for free. Sometimes you actually have to pay the Ubisoft coins to get them. But overall, none of these items are necessary. You don't need any of it. But now we go to these utilities. Large silver packs. This is about $20 USA. That's a lot of money for only 6,000 silver. And I could do the rune dupe glitch. This is about like 3 maybe. Something like that. This is about $10 US. Same thing with this. You know, materials that you need to upgrade your gear. Not to upgrade it to mythical, but to make it stronger. They do all that kind of stuff. And then they do this nonsense, where this is about $15 US, and you get XP and silver 50% more. What is that really giving you? If you get 300 XP off of one of the quests that Retta gives you, and 5 opals, you get 450 XP. If you get silver, let's say you get 250 silver from the same thing, now you get like about 350. Is that really necessary? Is that really worth it? Or they could cheat you and you could get either the XP or the silver by itself for about $10 a piece. It's really shoddy business practices. But long story short, you don't need any of this stuff. You really don't. You could play through the entire game with the very first set you get. You don't even have to upgrade it to the mythical level. This game really isn't that hard. It really isn't. And as long as you're going out and you're doing everything in the world, you can level up fast. If you do everything systematically and you do everything zone by zone, you're actually able to complete this game with no issues. Get to the end. Your gear could be just fine, superior, flawless. Doesn't have to be mythical. You don't even have to put runes in any of your weapons or armor or anything like that. And you can still beat the game. But this is kind of aggravating when you look at this kind of stuff and you see that in order to complete it, you need X amount of Helix credits. 750, I could complete the set. I can't just buy one piece for like the remaining 150 that I have here. And then you don't need any of this other stuff either to make your boat look pretty. That's just crazy. You don't need any of this stuff. Ooh, wait, I need that. Makes it look super spicy. I need it. But regardless, if you really need to go out there, we have farms. I'll put a couple in the description below. I'll put it in the comments as well so that you can see the different farms that we need for iron, for leather. You need these things in order to upgrade your equipment to make it kind of stronger, make it hit harder, make it heavier, you know, things like that. In order to give it more slots, more rune slots, or a little more power, that's when you could upgrade it all the way to mythical. But even then, you don't need to do it. So that's why I'm asking, is this game really pay to win? Are you really paying to win, or are you paying for the convenience of maybe accelerating your abilities and accelerating your time frame? I know not a lot of us are able to play all day. A lot of us have jobs. A lot of us have responsibilities, family. We have to go out and do stuff. I have snow here. I have to go out and shovel. I don't really have time to be playing all day, even though I probably could. But still, some people don't have that luxury, and it's not fair. But should they be capitalizing on your need to accelerate your gameplay, or your need to go a little further in the game? I know that because of those reasons, they really do shut down a lot of the glitches that we find. You know, like the glitches where you're gaining XP exponentially in a short period of time. The glitches where, you know, we're even farming. Some of the farms they nerf sometimes. Or if they see that you're farming for a specific item and it's worth a certain amount, they actually nerf the prices of those items, just like they did in Origins. Which, again, unfair, kind of shady, and they do it just to sell a couple of extra things. But if you have patience, you can still beat the game. You can still level everything you want up. You can still do everything. I almost have almost all of my gear at its highest level. I have all my gear at the mythical level. All my gear is with the leather and iron. I'm upgrading them like that. I've almost got all my gear done like that. I'm about halfway, I would say. So, again, is this game pay to win? Is the series going pay to win? And what do you think of making any sort of purchases in the store? Should we just wait? Should we just wait for Retta to have it and use our opals that way? There's no other way that we could, like, gamble for it. They took that away. But I want to know what your thoughts are. And how do you feel about what Ubisoft is doing? How do you feel about the changes that they've made already? And do you think that they lack focus on actual game-breaking stuff rather than anything that benefits the player, like glitches and stuff like that? I'd love to hear from you. They keep doing hot fixes every once in a while. A title update is coming, but are they pay to win? Let me know in the comments below. Other than this, I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, and stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next one.